the magnificent story of 100 years of American medicine.
No man is an island complete in himself. Every man is a part of humanity, a part of our world. Any man's death affects me because I am involved with all mankind. Never ask for whom the bell tolls. The bell tolls for you.
The American Medical Association was founded 100 years ago when our nation's doctors met in their first national convention. Children born 100 years ago had an average life expectation of 39 years. Children born today in America have a life expectation of 65 years. 26 years have been added to the average life of 141 million Americans. The National Broadcasting Company invites you to discover how 3.5 billion years have been added to the lifespan of the American people. The National Broadcasting Company presents Dr. W. W. Bauer, speaking for the American Medical Association. Dr. Bauer.
Graven in stone on the gray walls of the main post office in New York City is this tribute to the men who deliver the United States mails.
Neither snow, nor rain, nor heat, nor gloom of night shall stay these couriers from the swift accomplishment of their appointed rounds.
If so much can be said of the men who deliver the mails, what can be said of the country doctor? Neither snow, rain, heat, nor gloom of night stays him from the accomplishment of his rounds, neither flood, famine, nor poverty, neither plague, nor pestilence. It isn't a 3-cent stamp that sends him out into a howling blizzard. It is a simple plea from a frightened farm woman.
Doctor, please come as soon as you can.
There is a 94-year-old doctor living in Nebraska who can tell you what it meant to practice medicine before the days of telephones, automobiles, and modern highways. If he is listening to this broadcast, we hope that he will find this drama a true account of certain hours in his life before the turn of the 20th century. We present the story of a great country doctor, Dr. John Albert Waggoner.
He was born 9 years before the Civil War into a family of 9 girls and 1 boy. In 1876, he graduated from Louisville Medical College and began the practice of medicine in the little town of Summershade, Kentucky. It was soon whispered about the countryside that Dr. Waggoner and Anna Grinstead were often seen on moonlight nights on the Grinstead porch.
Whoa, boy. Oh, Anna.
She ain't here, Doctor. She's gone over to Cousin Tucker's.
Oh, I can't figure out how she can be in 2 places at once. Where the dickens are you? Oh, back of this tree.
Oh, hello.
Well, hello yourself. Yeah, turn your face towards the moon so I can be sure it's you. Sorry to be late, darling.
John, I suppose you've heard we're going to sell this place and move to Nebraska.
Yes, Jed told me. Anna, I've decided to talk to your father. I might as well get it over with.
John, what are you going to say to Pa?
Well, Mr. Grinstead, my horse has the heaves. Have you got a horse you'd like to sell me?
So that's why you've been coming around here every night.
Oh, darling, you know better than that.
All I know about you is what you tell me.
How much longer do I have to traipse around with your engagement ring in my vest pocket?
Oh, that. Is it still there?
Here it is. Shall we try it on?
No, John. I'll never wear this ring in Kentucky.
What?
But I might wear it in Nebraska.
In other words, you'll marry me if I plan my life the way you want it to be.
John, I've told you so many times that you could do so much better in Nebraska.
Well,
There are plenty of doctors around here. There aren't nearly enough out there.
you're just telling me what you've heard. You don't really know. You've never been to Nebraska.
Yes, I know.
I
but
want you to answer one question
from what
for me.
everybody
Will
says-
you answer one question for me?
Well, what is it?
If I stay in Kentucky, will you spend the rest of your life in Nebraska?
Now, why should you ask me a question like that?
I'm asking you because I want to know.
Well, I've lots of friends here. I'd want to come back and see Grandma and visit Aunt Margaret.
But you wouldn't stay with Aunt Margaret after your folks leave for Nebraska.
Are you asking me if I want to stay in Summershade and become an old maid?
I'm asking you if you'd live in Kentucky and be my wife.
You mean you simply won't go to Nebraska?
Will you stay in Kentucky as my wife?
Well, I'd rather go to Nebraska.
To marry somebody else?
Oh, I didn't say that.
Will you marry me and stay in Summershade?
Well, I might.
Will you or won't you?
Oh, John, you're so stubborn.
Will you go to Nebraska with your folks, or will you marry me and live here?
All right.
You'll stay here with me?
Yes.
Then that settles it. I'll talk to your pa and ma tonight.
It isn't that I don't like it here. I do.
Well, then, we'll get married here, and in a few months, we'll follow your folks to Nebraska.
You mean you'll go to Nebraska?
Why, of course. I think I can do much better out there.
But you said...
Anna, I only wanted to find out how much you'd give up in order to be my wife.
Then this was all a trick? You wanted to go to Nebraska all along?
Of course.
Oh, John, how could you be so mean?
I only wanted to be sure of your love. And now that I am, I will be true to you as long as we live.
Dr. John Waggoner and Anna Grinstead were married in Summershade, Kentucky on March 12, 1878. The Grinstead family moved to a farm in Richardson County, Nebraska, leaving the young doctor and his wife in Summershade. The following November, Dr. and Mrs. Waggoner arrived to join her family on a farm a few miles from Humboldt, Nebraska. During the winter months, the young doctor helped his father-in-law shuck corn and do the other chores around the farm. In January, he applied the first plaster cast ever seen in that region to a young boy with a fractured thigh. During the spring months, he set up an office in an old implement shed, but he had so few patients that he often had a chance to go fishing.
Howdy, Doctor.
Oh, howdy, Pope.
How's fishing?
Oh, not very good this morning.
Catch anything?
No, nary a bite. Can't understand it.
Well, I reckon you ain't going to catch no fish today, Doc.
What gave you that idea?
First place, it's too hot for good fishing.
Yeah, but they're still biting. I caught 2 yesterday.
Second place, I was sent here to fetch you. Miss Miles is getting ready to have her baby.
Mrs. Miles? Well, here, take this fishing pole.
Well, what'll I do with it?
I don't care what you do with it. Fish or bring it back. I got to get right out to the Miles place.
Dr. Waggoner hurried back to his father's house and saddled a horse. He had a 9-mile ride to the Miles homestead. The sun blazed down on the Nebraska prairies. Waves of heat were dancing over the cornfields. It was to be a day of stifling heat, of a kind known only in Nebraska in midsummer. He reached the Miles ranch to find a worried father and a young mother in the throes of childbirth. All that night and all the next morning he worked and waited. At last, he went to the kitchen, where the father said,
I got another pan of hot water for you, Doctor.
I'll let it boil. Frank, I'm going to need some help on this case. I want you to ride into town and get Dr. Brooks.
Brooks? That old geezer?
Dr. Brooks has delivered a lot of babies. He's had a lot more experience than I have. Now, you go and get him.
Well, all right. But why did I send for you? Maybe I should have sent for him in the first place.
Dr. Brooks soon joined Dr. Waggoner at the bedside of young Mary Miles. She had been in labor for 24 hours. For a while, Dr. Brooks seemed convinced that the baby would be delivered normally. But as time passed, even his hopes waned. The doctors went into the kitchen that afternoon for a consultation. Dr. Brooks favored a policy of watchful waiting.
She's been in labor a long time. But I think that if we'll just be patient, the baby will come without any interference.
Dr. Brooks, do you realize I've been here since yesterday morning? This girl has been in labor for nearly 30 hours.
I once delivered a baby from a woman who had been in labor for 39 hours.
This girl needs help.
Possibly. But let's be patient.
If only we had forceps. I wonder who has forceps around here.
Dr. Patrick has them.
Patrick? Why didn't I think of Patrick? I'm going to ride into town and borrow them.
Dr. Waggoner rushed into town and borrowed forceps from Dr. Patrick. He hurried back and found that there was no change in the girl's condition. He sterilized the instrument and handed it to Dr. Brooks. The older doctor shook his head and said,
No, put them down. I won't use them.
But, Dr. Brooks, it's the only way.
Doctor, I have practiced for 40 years in this country, and I've never used or seen them used. I can't do it.
But don't you think this is a time when they must be used?
Well, possibly.
How can we deliver this baby otherwise?
I don't know. But I'd rather let nature take its course.
We've already waited for nature for 39 hours.
Well,
If you won't use them, I will. One of us must if we're going to save the child.
have you ever used them before?
No.
Well, try them if you wish. Time is running out for the poor girl, and we should do something.
A half hour later, a fine, big, healthy baby boy was born to John and Mary Miles. That night, John Miles was probably the happiest man in the whole country. As the two doctors left the house, they found the heavens filled with stars and a huge full moon, a Nebraska moon. Dr. Brooks turned to young Dr. Waggoner and said,
Well, Doctor, you called me in, but it was you who turned the trick. I would never have dared to use those forceps.
Well, I took a chance only because it seemed to offer the only hope of delivering the child alive.
Yes. Doctor, I'm an old man. I don't know how much longer the Lord will spare me to practice medicine in this country. But when I'm going, I will have the satisfaction of knowing that you are still here. And that will be a comfort to me.
Dr. Brooks, I don't know quite what to say to you. Ever since I came here, I've always looked to you for advice.
I have told you all I know. From now on, you need not call me into consultation. You've shown me tonight that you can do as much, if not more, than I can for the people out here. You have the courage of a young man. We old men are always afraid to trust a younger man. But hereafter, I'll be willing to leave my patients in your hands.
The word spread quickly that Dr. Waggoner was only a little less than a miracle man when it came to delivering babies. The result was that he was soon called to attend expectant mothers all over the countryside. They sent for him at dawn, at noon, and in the middle of the night. They called for him during rainstorms, sleet storms, and when snow lay deep over the Nebraska prairies. One morning in early spring, he was called into the country during the rainy season to deliver a baby. Dr. Waggoner arrived at a stream that he could usually step across, only to find a raging torrent with logs, brushwood, boards, and dead animals all in a seething mass. The expectant father was waiting for him on the other side. They talked to one another for a while across the seething waters.
Come on, get over here.
Let's wait until the water goes down a bit.
You gotta come now or it'll be too late.
How can I cross the stream? You got any ideas?
Come on, Doc, get across some way.
I hitched my horse to a tree, and I got the longest pole that I could find. I took a strap and tied my medicine case across my shoulders, and with a pole as a help, I waded into the torrent. The water came up as high as my arms, but some way I kept my balance and I kept my case dry. When I reached the other side, there was a friendly hand waiting to help me up the bank.
Here you are, Doctor.
Soaking wet and shivering in the chill air of early spring, Dr. Waggoner hurried to the bedside of the young mother. After a quick examination, he opened the bedroom door to find the young father waiting.
Doctor, I got some dry overalls and a shirt here that I reckon will fit you.
Oh, never mind the overalls. I haven't time to change clothes now.
Well, it's just like I told you. I knew we'd have to hurry.
Get a big pan of water boiling on that stove.
I sure will, Doc. I sure will.
How soon will Mrs. Jolson get here?
Oh, I expect she'll be along soon. I sent Jed after the very first thing.
Pile the wood in that stove and get the water boiling. We're going to be busier than the dickens around here in about 10 more minutes. That's the girl. Keep it up. Have yourself a good cry. There we are, you little doll. Yeah, I'll put you in your crib. You can cuddle up and go to sleep. There you are. Wait a minute, Frank. I'll be right with you.
Oh, no hurry, Doc. I just wondered.
Frank, it's a nice big girl.